Hi YouTube, please give me a moment while I connect to Facebook. And I think we should be live on Facebook. Hi everybody, welcome to the Strategic Swing Trader weekly broadcast. I am Sami Abasad, Director of Education at T3 Live. Hope you're doing well, hope your weekend's going great. I'm going to talk about the market. I'm going to go over my daily watch list for tomorrow and talk about the swing ideas that I have lined up. Before we start, as always, a standard required disclaimer to let you know that trading is risky and that whatever I discuss in this video is for educational purposes only. If you're new to our channel, please be sure to download the free ebook. Link for that is in the description. Also, if you have any questions, leave a comment or email us, info@t3live.com. If you find benefit in today's video, be sure to hit the like button, subscribe, turn on the notifications, hit the notification bell, and enjoy. Let's get started. So the market, we'll go over the market for a minute and then we'll go over the swing ideas, okay? So the market, really bullish. We had that big red bar. Finally, we had some kind of correction, right? And then the next day the bar was, the IWM just boom, annihilated that red bar, broke out. The Qs and the SPY took it out almost, right? Retraced 100%. The Qs retraced about 50% of that red bar. So the message is the market is going to be bullish going forward. But do I believe that this is it and we're going to continue higher from here on out? I'm not so sure. Meaning I think we probably are going to get another doji bar, red bar a little bit, before we continue higher. I could be wrong. The overall bias should be bullish. We are really bullish. The SPY says, I'm ready to go. IWM broke out like crazy. But I think we will probably have, if I had to make a prediction, I think we will probably have some narrow range bars on the daily chart, some sideways days, maybe a red bar or two this week before we continue higher the following week or so. That's what I think. We'll find out together, I guess, right? We'll find out. But the overall underlying bias should be bullish for sure, okay? It'll be interesting to see whether the IWM follows through by putting in another green bar or if it ends up reversing that green bar that we got on Friday. We'll see. I think more likely than not, we'll get a small red bar or a narrow range bar. But we'll see. All right. The swing ideas. Here's what I got. The AVTR. Funny, I played it as an earnings play that day and I did not keep it, even though I knew it was breaking out on the monthly chart, even though I thought this is probably the bottom. So it went up 3 days in a row and now has come back in and I can get back in it. Basically, I got out at the end of the day, so almost at the same price. Long over the base, stop under the red bar, target the prior high. But if you like it, as I do, on the longer term time frames, the monthly chart, one can also look to take some here and then keep the rest long term, which again, I like because I like that monthly chart. I also like the monthly chart on the DNB. Broke out on Friday, so technically it should have already triggered on Friday over 12.17, but it's not too late over 12.22. Now it's a base breakout on the daily, but look at that monthly chart. Trying to end the downtrend, like it a lot. It reminds me of the RUN, which is a solar stock, right? Trying to break the downtrend, or broke the downtrend, you could say, because we put in an equal low and now we're putting in a higher high probably, right? So the DNB, like it over the base. The RUN is a little bit late if you're not in it already, so that's why it's not on the list. Over the base, stop under 1140, right? You could use the tight stop if you want, which would be under 1174, under Thursday's low. but I would use 1140 so as to not get shaken out of it. The DOX is looking good on the weekly. If we can get another narrow range bar this week, it would be even better. The following week, it would be even better. But the entry is over that bar is high, stop under it. It's a big stop, but it looks good long term on the DOX. Okay. Also transitioning, ending the long term downtrend. The FIS, I think, was on in last week's video on last week's watch list. It didn't go anywhere. I mean, it looks really, really good. I'm surprised it's not moving, unless that's how it moves. It really slow. Looks really good on the weekly and the monthly and the daily. Again, I'm surprised it's not moving, but long, maybe tight stop over here. Okay, on the FIS. The IREN, IREN, CORZ, and the WULF are cryptocurrency stocks. The favorite is the WULF, but I made a mistake. It was on last week's video, I believe. I should have done it here, but I didn't, because it was a big green bar, and I almost never enter after a big green bar. So long over $5, stop under 4, and it is also transitioning on the monthly. So this could be held long term. The IREN is okay, but is a bit weak. So long right here, stop right here. Or, I mean, where else would you put your stop? Here. So it would be too big of a stop. So I would just go with the tight stop, and if it works, amazing. If it doesn't, I'll take the stop. The CORZ is really, really bullish. Had a secondary offering that day, gapped down and got bought. Went back up, reclaimed the 20. It's extremely bullish, but it doesn't have a great entry. That's the issue with it. Like, it doesn't have a, so entry here, stop here. So that's the issue. Or stop right here, maybe. Otherwise, the CORZ is actually the most bullish Bitcoin stock that I know of. It is. By the way, the hood is pretty awesome too. But the CORZ, I would say, is more bullish. The China stocks, I'm in the BABA, and it's in the newsletter as an open position. I've been talking about it, trying to transition on the weekly, monthly also, right? I hope it works out, because I have a decent position in it. But so it's not on the list for tomorrow or at all, because it's way too far gone. The JD maybe. So here's the entry. Long over 27.20. Stop under this pivot right here, which is the red bar's low, which is 26.20, I think, 26.17. So it's about $1 stop on the JD from the China stocks. I must have a couple other symbols from the China stocks that I like, but they're not a lot of good ones. MNSO is another one that I'm watching for a transition. The yen, which is the leveraged FXI, popped, looking higher. The CWEB is the leveraged internet, Chinese internet stocks, trying to transition also, but showing a lot of relative weakness to the FXI. What else from the China stocks do I have? I have a couple more on I posted my entire watch list, as I always do now, in the video description. So there should be a couple more China stocks on there, but I can't spot them easily right now. The LW looks higher. It's breaking out. Unfortunately, it's a little bit of a difficult breakout because it hasn't based for that long. I like the base to be long enough so that the 20 MA catches up and it breaks out off the 20, the blue line. So, but here, long, stop, I would say, give it to 60 or so. Okay, target 75. Okay, so that's the LW. Certainly looks higher. Also the 5, I think, looks higher. 5, similar to the LW. Bottomed, probably. The weekly, and here's the monthly. Beautiful location, beautiful spot. So the LW and the 5. The MAXN, okay, the MAXN is a penny stock. I don't know if it's gonna pop, but if it is, if you like it, long right here. Stop right here, or stop even just right here is okay too. So tight stop could be 3 cents or so or less, right? And if it breaks out, it has room to like $1 or so. So like 500% almost. So that's the thing about it. It is interesting. Again, idea either over 1910 or I'd say 1910 is enough, or 1950, stop under 16 cents, or I would say 16. Really, we don't need to give it more room than 16. So over 1910 or 1950, stop under 16, 3 cents, 3.5, call it 4. Target could be $1 or so. I mean, it has a lot of room. So this is very speculative. I would only do small size on it, but it looks interesting. The RNG, Ring Central. This thing doesn't really work usually, but here's why it's on my list. I don't think it's even ready for tomorrow, but here's why it's on my list. I want to show you a couple of charts on the monthly time frame. So here's the monthly, okay? You see what's happening, right? It had that 4-stage cycle. Stage 1, the base. Stage 2, the uptrend. Stage 3, the top. Stage 4, the downtrend. And now it's back to stage 1. The next stage should be stage 2, the breakout. Now, I've tried it before. It would never follow through. But recently, look what's happening with these stocks that look all the same. Zoom is popping. And here's Zoom on the daily, 2 days in a row, right? Back to the monthly. Roku, same exact thing. Wouldn't follow through, and now it's starting to pop also, right? What else? I mean, I know PayPal looks a little bit different, but that's popping too. That's going as well. The FV, I have it actually. It's FVN or FVRR. I actually have it in my portfolio. Hasn't really gotten going, but maybe. So there's a few stocks that are starting to look good long term. The Zoom is tough because it already popped two huge green bars in a row. I'm not in it. The Roku is also difficult because it already popped. So we need to look for the next entry. The FVNN, PayPal, they popped. The RNG hasn't yet. So here's the entry. But I don't think it's ready for tomorrow. Long. Here's the stop. This is a tight stop. The wide stop would be right here. I would go with the wide stop so as to not get shaken out. But I'm watching these, a bunch of these transition A breakouts on the monthly time frame. There's a bunch more. A lot of the real estate stocks are also transitioning on the monthly. So Zillow would be my favorite, but I'm trying to figure out a way in it, and I haven't yet. Shop, by the way, but Shop looks a little bit different. It's already an open position, right? Look at Redfin, popped 20% on Friday. That's the same exact pattern as Ring Central, which is again, stage 1, the base, stage 2, the uptrend, stage 3, the top, stage 4, the downtrend, stage 1, the base, and then stage 2 to come, is yet to come, right? So a lot of the real estate stocks are looking really good. Comp is real estate, looks amazing, but needs an entry. Okay, so I'm watching a bunch of these, and Ring Central seems to be the one that's closest to triggering. That's why it's on the list. TEVA, so TEVA is the same, also same idea, but it already broke out. So there's stage 4, there's stage 1, already broke out. I was in it at $9, and I bought it multiple times, but I never held it. Mistake, because I knew already that it was transitioning. I'm back in it, and I'm looking to add to the position over here with a tight stop under the base. So that's an idea. If you want to give it more room, obviously you can, and give it to like 1675. But there's a nice entry over 1860, and then stop under 1780, 84, right? And then the WULF we already talked about. Over 5, stop under 4. The shorts, we have the, what do you call them? Those energy stocks, energy beverage stocks. So we have the CELH, MNSTR, Monster, is it? MS, what is it? MNST? No, that's MNST, I think. Yeah. Monster Beverage. That looks lower, but it's a little too strong to short it because it's basing at the top. CDLX is probably a little bit better. Short under 38.98. Stop over the base, whatever it is. Okay. MODG is not quite ready, I don't think, but it looks lovely in that it dropped really hard and has been basing at the lows. So if you look at the weekly, it's going to be a 1, 2, 3, 4. So, but I don't think it's quite ready because the base on the daily doesn't look tight enough to me. Short under the base, under the stop over here. Target is also going to be limited, right? Small target. So we'd have to find a tight stop on this. Otherwise, it's no go. The NTS is a 1, 2, 3. I don't think it's quite ready. We need the 20 on the hourly chart to catch up. So it needs to base one more day maybe, and then on Tuesday short as a breakdown after a professional gap down right here. This was really bearish gap down. Okay. The oust and the ramp look the best from off this watch list for now. Okay. The oust under the base, stop above it. And target is, that's the problem also with the oust. Is this the target? If that is the target, then it's too small. If you say no, the target is down here, then it would be lovely. Short under the base, stop above it. Okay, looks great as long as, you know, we consider this the target. If we say that's the target, then it's not enough reward to risk. Okay, and the ramp is a sell setup. So short under $25, stop over 26.25, and target is going to be about the prior pivot low, around 22, I would say. So that's a sell setup on the daily chart. That's the bearish list. It's usually much shorter than the bullish list. All right, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you have, be sure to hit that like button and leave a comment. If you have questions, reach out, please. info@t3live.com. And if you'd like to learn more about what I do, links in the description. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care, everybody.